The story is told of Rav Baruch of Mezhbizh. I heard this story from my Rebbe Moshe Weinberger Shlita. The story is told of Rav Baruch of Mezhbizh that he used to say about himself, apparently, that there was no way he was getting into Gan Eden. He was hard on himself. He said, there's no way I'm getting to Gan Eden. He also knew, though, he probably wasn't going to Gehenna. So he said, I know that when I die, I'm going to be outside the gates of Gan Eden, and the Beis Din Shel Ma'ala, the court above, is going to be trying to figure out what to do with me, because I don't really fit into Gan Eden, but I don't really fit into Gehenna either. And so they're not going to be sure what to do. So I'm going to be standing outside the gates of Gan Eden. So I have a plan. Here's my plan. I have a unique niggin that I use when I sing a tune in the way that I say Tehillim. So I'm going to be outside the gates of Gan Eden, and I'm going to start saying Tehillim with my niggin. And as I start saying Tehillim with this unique way of saying Tehillim, David HaMelech, deep within Gan Eden, and David HaMelech's way back in deep Gan Eden, he's going to hear this Tehillim, his Tehillim being said. And he's going to be curious about it. So David HaMelech's going to come, and he's going to come outside the gates on Gan Eden, he's going to sit and listen. And if David HaMelech walks out of Gan Eden, some other people are going to be curious to know why. Maybe Shlomo HaMelech, who was sitting with David, is going to follow. Why is my father? Why is David HaMelech going outside? So Shlomo HaMelech will come. And if David HaMelech and Shlomo HaMelech come, other people are going to be interested. Maybe Avram Avinu is going to notice them walking out, and so he's going to go follow them. And if Avram Avinu and David HaMelech and Shlomo HaMelech walk out of Gan Eden, maybe Rav Shimon Bar Yochai is going to be interested. Maybe the Baal Shem Tov is going to be interested. People are going to be curious, and all of a sudden, if Rav Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Akiva and Avram Avinu and David HaMelech and Shlomo HaMelech are all outside, and more people come, more tzaddikim come, at that point, I might not be in Gan Eden, but at that point, I'm in Gan Eden. And I think what Rav Baruch of Mezhbizh is teaching here is something so incredibly profound. What he's saying is really about this world. It's not about the next world. What he's saying is, so often, we're looking to get into Gan Eden. We're looking for that Gan Eden place, that place where things are perfect, things are exactly the way we want them to be, everything is complete, everything is lined up. All the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and we're in Gan Eden. And Rav Baruch of Mezhbizh is saying is, I know that the reality is, this world doesn't have to be Gehenna. I'm not going to Gehenna necessarily. But the world, I'm not going to find Gan Eden in the way that I think I'm going to find Gan Eden. There is no perfect and complete and finished Gan Eden in this reality of this finite Olam Hazeh world. As the Gemara says, Noach la'adam shelo nivra mishenivra. It's more unpleasant to be born than to not be born. This world is not a world of Gan Eden. It's not a world of pleasantness. It's a world of continual struggle. It's finite. It's a finite existence. I'm not getting to Gan Eden. But when I can accept that, says Rav Baruch Mezhbizh, when I can stop trying to get in, then what can I actually finally do if I stop trying to get in? I can sit wherever I am, outside the gates of Gan Eden. I can sit, and I can start saying Tehillim. I can start doing whatever it is that I do with my unique niggin. I can start singing Tehillim in my niggin. And if I do that, there's going to be a gathering. I'm going to all of a sudden notice all these amazing things that are right here already with me in what seems to be outside Gan Eden, and discover that really right there already is Gan Eden. Right there can be good enough. When we can accept that things don't have to be the way we might perceive them to be, but instead, exactly as they are, we can already find everything to be. It reminds me of a story in a book called Letters to Sam. There's a psychologist who is a quadriplegic, and he talks in this book. He writes a letter to his grandchild, and he tells him that I was in my wheelchair outside in the backyard, and it was muddy, and I got stuck, and I couldn't move, and I was calling out and calling out and calling out for help, but nobody heard me. No one was coming, and finally, he writes, I stopped trying to call out for help, and I just sat there and realized I'm stuck here until someone comes. I just accept it. I'm stuck until someone comes because no one's hearing me and it's too muddy and I can't get my wheelchair out. And he says when he finally stopped trying to get out and he stopped trying to scream, all of a sudden he noticed it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful sky. It was a beautiful afternoon. And he heard birds chirping and he saw the leaves on the trees and all the vibrancy of the life around him. And all of a sudden he realized this is beautiful. I don't actually even care to go anywhere. I'll just sit here and enjoy this. And that's the point. When we're looking for something that might be unrealistic, looking for something that we think we're supposed to be there, then we can't see any of the things that are already around us. If we can accept it's okay to be outside the gates of Gan Eden, and I can make the most amazing farbrengen with David HaMelech and Shlomo HaMelech and Baruch of Mezhbizh and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Akiva right here wherever I am, that already is good enough. It's good enough.